5 tips from Warren Buffett on how to invest. Before putting all your money into investments, Buffett would want you to pay off any debts. From there, most of his advice for this year has to do with staying true to yourself and your gut, and not getting caught up in trends. 1. It's not a game to invest. In the wake of the GameStop Robinhood mess, Buffett has been pretty open about what he thinks about the rise of trading apps. His problem isn't with the apps themselves, but with how they make investing seem like a game to new users. I don't think it's the most impressive thing that a very wealthy society can reward people who know how to basically take advantage of the gambling tendencies of the American public and the world's public. Low or no commission trading apps can make you a lot of money if you use them the right way. Just don't treat it like a game. 2. An S&P 500 index fund is the best choice. Buffett says that he tells most buyers, even those who want to buy his own company's stock, to buy an S&P index fund instead of buying individual stocks. The S&P 500 index fund is a good choice. I've never told anyone to buy Berkshire because I don't want them to think I'm trying to trick them into something. When I die, my widow will have a fund, and 90% of it will go into an S&P 500 index fund, he said. When you buy an index fund, you get a piece of some of the most valuable companies in the U.S., and many investors, including Warren Buffett, suggest it for long-term investors. 3. Go with your gut. Buffett has been afraid of technology for a long time, but in 2016 he finally put his money into Apple. It has become one of his best assets. But he sold off some of Berkshire Hathaway's Apple shares last year. That was probably a mistake, he says of the action. But Buffett doesn't feel bad about selling all of his airplane shares. He doesn't think it was a great moment in Berkshire's past, but the company can now say it has more net worth than any other business in the U.S., which was good for the airlines as well. Buffett said, "I think the airline business has done better since we sold it, and I hope they do well, but I still wouldn't want to buy it."
Hello, Gazillionaires. Do you enjoy this video so far? If so, don't forget to click the like button. Subscribe and click the notification button if you want more daily updates on building wealth, personal finance, and achieving financial independence. Now back to the video.
4. The future isn't always set by the present. No one knows for sure if what is popular today will still be important tomorrow. And Buffett says that shouldn't be your main goal when it comes to money anyway. Buffett said, "There's a lot more to picking stocks than figuring out which industry will be great in the future." To show his point, he put up a slide with all the old car companies whose names began with M. The list was so big that it couldn't all fit on one slide. That's because Buffett says that when cars became more common in the early 1900s, about 2,000 businesses rushed into the industry because they thought it would have an amazing future. But by 2009, there were only 3 companies left, and 2 of them had filed for bankruptcy. With this in mind, don't put all your money into what's new and interesting. Instead, put together a small resume based on your needs. 5. Don't lose your sense of caution. With the rise of blank check companies or special purpose acquisition companies, SPACs, which are made to raise money to buy a current company, Buffett is worried about the amount of gambling going on in the market. From what I know, most SPACs have to spend their money in 2 years. If you put a gun to my head and said, "You have to buy a business in 2 years," I'd buy one, but it wouldn't be much, he said. He feels the same way about Bitcoin, which is why he chose not to say anything about it at the meeting, even though he said he hates it when politicians do the same thing. Buffett is also getting more worried about inflation, which is getting worse because demand is going up in some parts of the supply chain. His worry probably comes from the fact that higher prices can make future company gains less valuable. Buffett said, "We won't have much luck with acquisitions as long as this kind of period goes on."
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button. Subscribe and click the notification button if you want more daily updates on building wealth, personal finance, and achieving financial independence. And remember, the world is yours.